Grand Theft Auto has a ton of mystery weapons, but unfortunately, for the casual gamer, you'll never find them. Today I'm going to go over 10 Grand Theft Auto weapons casual fans never find. Number 10, Stone Hatchet. Why bother with a measly golf club or a hockey stick when this monster of an axe is on the table? Does a Stone Hatchet seem out of place for a title set during the modern era? Following in the double-action revolver's footsteps, this beastly weapon is available in Grand Theft Auto Online and Red Dead Redemption 2. Inaugurated a couple of months prior to the latter's debut, the Stone Hatchet serves as a reward for completing a few of Mod Eccles' bounties. As the old saying goes, do not bring a knife to a gunfight, however the Stone Hatchet may be an exception.
It again upon getting a kill. So what sort of things can you do with this ability? Well, without getting into the damage...
Number 9, Flare Gun. Announced in 2013 and released more than a year later, the Heist update elevated Grand Theft Auto Online from greatness to a masterpiece. Allowing players to stage their own complex robberies, Rockstar's patch transformed the base game into something truly special. Serving as a reward for sticking out the long waiting period, the Flare Gun is instantly given to players who install the DLC. As such, we would be hard-pressed to describe this item as rare. Nevertheless, the Flare Gun is a powerful weapon and marked a huge turning point in GTA Online's history.
Fully automatic flare gun doesn't work if you're standing.
Number 8, Marksman Rifle Mark II. The gunrunning update principally focused on enhancing Grand Theft Auto Online's destructive items. Besides adding 6 military-grade armor vehicles, this patch's highlight was the Weapon Workshop, which added an element of customization to the game's weaponry system. Now, in all fairness, the viable options are relatively limited, but certain guns can be substantially improved. While this upgrade would not be available until the Doomsday Heist, the Marksman Rifle can be evolved into the far superior Mark II edition. Fantastic for those who prefer to maintain their safe distance from their targets, the Marksman Rifle Mark II is worth the price.
Come on.
Number 7, Baseball Bat. When it comes to expediting acts of mayhem, the baseball bat falls short of many other popular weapons featured throughout Rockstar's beloved franchise. Regardless of the item's usefulness, the bat tends to be viewed as Grand Theft Auto's trademark melee weapon, a staple part of the license since the jump to 3D. At one point or another, every gamer shall swing a bat. GTA 4's Underground Gun Shop sold the article for a reasonable $5, but Rockstar's sequel fails to provide this possibility. In order to replicate Franklin's awesome art piece, one must explore Los Santos to discover a baseball bat. Among other places, a bat can be picked up at a Brokers Park football pitch. Number 6, Homing Launcher. As the third entry introduced as part of Grand Theft Auto Online's Festive Surprise update, the holiday season clearly brings out Rockstar's generous side. Once the patch is installed in GTA 5's original version, the Homing Launcher should automatically appear in protagonist inventories. For the multiplayer, the RPG can be purchased from Ammunition, but one can save a bit of cash by visiting the Galaxy Super Yacht. Boarding the ship requires calling the captain and arranging an anchor point. Alternatively, a yacht can be purchased for $6 million, but this money is better spent on pretty much anything else.
The RPG, although it's a little bit more powerful than the RPG because...
Number 5, Assault SMG. Given as a reward for linking an account to Rockstar's Social Club website, a mandatory process for online play, all Grand Theft Auto Online players own an Assault SMG. It is the price of doing business. The same process needs to be followed to unlock the weapon in GTA 5. However, as there is little reason to join the Social Club for the single-player campaign, many have missed this decent SMG in the single player. If nothing else, linking is worth completing simply to receive the item. The whole thing takes a couple of minutes and adds a shiny new toy to your collection.
Bulletproof helmet. It will take 10 shots to the chest and everywhere else.
Number 4, Screwdriver. Generally, weapons tend to have a fixed spawn point, permitting players to avoid having to waste cash on continuously restocking an item. While there are a number of guns that cannot be purchased, the reverse also holds true. Grand Theft Auto Vice City boasts 3 weapons available exclusively at shops. Alongside the MP5 and hammer, the screwdriver requires a cash payment before it can be added to the player's inventory. Available to buy at a bunch of tools or tooled up, the screwdriver costs a whopping $10. Tommy Vercetti is nobody's fool and refuses to be taken for a ride by such a ridiculous markup on a standard tool. Number 3, Machete. Rockstar has prioritized Grand Theft Auto Online, but most of the updates do not completely neglect the single-player alternative. For example, installing the GTA Online Lowriders DLC adds the Machete to GTA 5. Even if the multiplayer holds no interest to someone, the update should still be installed when they are made available. Reminiscent of the hatchet, the Machete is lethal and one swing is often enough to get the job done. If nothing else, the blade possesses far more menace than most other weapons of a similar ilk. Number 2, Antique Cavalry Dagger. Among the earliest DLC, GTA's I'm Not a Hipster update dropped 7 vehicles, more than 10 jobs, and 2 old school weapons. The Vintage Pistol was a rather neat addition, but the Antique Cavalry Dagger easily stole the show. Based on a Civil War blade and a Bowie knife, the dagger is automatically added to the weapon cache once the update is installed. With regards to the current generation port of GTA Online, Ammunition stocks a knife for $2,000. For those strapped for cash, an antique cavalry dagger can be located in Great Chaparral's abandoned mine. The dagger is fashionable, but the trek is not worth taking.
Okay.
Number 1, Bullpup Shotgun. Once again, we have an item that was handed out as a bonus to those willing to drop the extra cash for GTA 5 Special or Collector's Editions. The Bullpup Shotgun flaunts an awesome design, but its stats hardly merit mentioning. While lacking much in the way of firepower, the shotgun's clip holds 14 rounds rather than the traditional 8, which can be useful in tight situations. Grand Theft Auto Online opted against limiting the weapon to certain players, as the Bullpup Shotgun was free in Rockstar's original release. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.